Hello. All right, today we're going to talk about impulse spending, or the opposite of that is intentional spending. But let's talk about impulse spending for a minute. I fall into this trap all the time. I don't know about you. And I'm not going to blame the kids or my wife. Sometimes I do it, right? Impulse spending. Used to do it definitely when I was younger. Saw something shiny, I wanted it, right? I bought it. If I didn't have it, I'll work towards getting it. And, as I gotten older, I realized that you got to have more control. So I built frameworks for spending. I talked about the 50-30-20 plan, where you spend 50% of your money that comes in towards essentials, 30% for wants, so that could be for impulse spending, and 20% for savings, right? So I started building frameworks. Started also like building like 24-hour rules, like wait 24 hours if it's a big purchase, to make sure that I want it. There's some other rules out there that like calculate like your hourly rate compared to what you're trying to buy. So if you make $20 an hour and it's 300, you work 15 hours in order to get that particular purchase. So it's to make you think. But I can tell you right now, you could walk into Walmart, or me personally, I walk into Walmart, supposed to get some cheese or whatever, and you come out with a TV. It's something crazy. And you're like, how did I spend all this money? I can go to the warehouse store with my wife. We went one time and we were just supposed to get a couple of things, and we wound up coming out with like $300 worth of stuff. So impulse spending happens all the time. What I want to do is kind of talk about the triggers around that. It could be emotional stress, a sale or a discount. And I always tell my wife, it's not a sale, it's not a discount unless you need it, not something that you want or something that you aspire to have. It's only a sale if you need that particular item. Social media and targeted advertising. I try to remove some of those emails from marketers and companies that I frequent, to try to release that particular impulse. Peer pressure, your friends, your family, or keeping up with others like at work or whatever, can trigger those things. And one-click purchasing. So this is one big one too, where your credit card is already on file with Amazon or whatever your merchant is, and just one click, boom, you can pay for it and receive it. So some signs for impulse spending: you didn't budget for it, like I was talking about earlier about the 50-30-20 plan. You made a quick decision. I talked about that, waiting 24 to 48 hours before making a purchase. And you feel buyer's remorse afterward. There were times when I was younger, I bought it, came home, and I went back and returned it because it was like, why did I buy this? And the item is a want rather than a need. So I talked about that as well. So I talked about some things on how to reduce impulse spending, to make it more controlled and intentional spending. I'll go over that as well. I talked about the 24-hour rule. I talked about creating a budget, and I'm going to talk more about budget. I'm going to help you guys. I'm working on something to help with budgeting and living within your means, because I know folks need help. So I'm working on something to bring that out and to help you with budgeting. Shop with a list. So instead of running into the grocery store like I was talking about, create a list. You could use any list. We use any list. It's an online app, where you can set up your grocery list or whatever you're trying to buy, and you buy from that list, and you could check things off, and it closes it out as you purchase it. It helps with the family as well when they want to add things to the grocery list. But we maintain the online shopping. So we do online shopping, but we use any list to create the list. Unsubscribe from promotional emails. Ask yourself, will I still want this in a week, right? And track all your discretionary spending to identify patterns. So we'll be talking about more about that when I talk about budget and how it can help, and living within your means. So we'll talk more about that. So that'll lead you into intentional spending and not just impulse spending, buying that shiny object. All right. I'm gonna hit you with a Bible verse, and this is about regarding self-control and being a financial steward. This is Proverbs 21, verse 5. The plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance, but everyone who is hasty comes only to poverty. All right, thank you. Have a great day.